I'm Ashley Smashley. In this video, we're going to talk about dealing with negative comments as a content creator. If you are new to my channel, you're going to want to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications because I promise you, we are just getting started over here, baby, and this girl is going to blow up. You're going to want to be here to watch it all go down. So I have been making content for a few years now, and I never really started to get negative comments on my content until I started doing the short form content like reels and shorts and stuff on YouTube, because more people are getting access to your content in the short form content. And what we need to realize is when someone stops and leaves a negative comment on any of your content, they are supporting your content. That supports the algorithm, and people are so in their ego, like they think their opinion is so important that they need to comment on something, and they are actually supporting something that they disagree with. So most of the time when someone comments something negative on my content, I just like to let them know, thank you so much for supporting my content, because that's ultimately what they are doing, whether the comment is positive or negative. They are feeding the algorithm. But I want you to just stop and think about the type of person that you have to be to stop and leave a negative comment on someone's content. That person is miserable. They don't like themselves, so they have to put someone else down or make someone else feel bad so that people can match their vibration. Just like the saying goes, misery loves company. That's exactly what these people are doing when they leave a negative comment. They are completely trapped in their ego, and their ego has to make somebody else feel bad so that they can feel better about themselves. So most of the time, I'll just brush these types of comments off, because these people, what they really need is love. And that's their little way of crying out for love and attention, by leaving a negative comment on someone else's content to make themselves feel better about themselves. So not that long ago, someone left a comment on one of my shorts on YouTube that actually made me cry when I read it. And it said something like, I hope the views will help you be able to afford braces to fix that busted railroad track that's in your mouth. And yes, it literally made me cry. And first of all, if you are insecure about something and you're putting yourself on social media and someone leaves a negative comment about it, that's just mean. Like, they're just mean, right? But you have to remember, just like they say the camera adds 10 pounds, the camera will also make your teeth look more crooked than they actually are. It accentuates wrinkles. It'll make you look older. It's just not reality. And when I told my sister about that comment, she literally said, what? Your teeth aren't even bad. And I actually had someone say to me that worked with me every day, like, I never even noticed that your teeth are crooked. My teeth don't look as bad in real life as they do on camera. So that was something that I really had to get over when I was making content, because it's an insecurity of mine. And so if there's anything that you're insecure about that, someone might leave a negative comment about, just understand. First of all, nobody who's happy with themselves puts other people down. But if you continue to put yourself out there and you're really that insecure about it, then, someday you're going to have the money to fix it. Like, when I get rich, that's the first thing I'm doing is fixing my teeth, okay? I'm going to get veneers and implants. It costs about $40,000. I've already looked into it. I've got some quotes and stuff. But, and I think about, okay, look at all the celebrities who get rich and famous, and then they get a nose job, and then they get their teeth fixed. Like Cardi B and Andrew Tate, they got their teeth fixed after they were already very wealthy and famous. So I'm not going to let somebody's negative comments about my teeth or how they actually look on camera stop me from recording. Because in real life, I really do have a beautiful smile, and it's not something that I'm very worried about. As soon as I get rich, I'm going to get new teeth, and you'll see the whole glow up, all right? If there's something that you're insecure about and somebody leaves a negative comment, just don't worry. Like, if it really bothers you that much, you eventually will have the money to do something about it. If someone leaves a comment trying to argue with you about something that you're speaking on, especially if you're into spiritual content or, you're talking against the societal programs, you're going to trigger people, and they're going to come on there and want to argue with you. But you have to remember, if you're going against some kind of societal paradigm, these people have been brainwashed with military grade psychological warfare. Okay, like the government learned how to brainwash people after World War II. They did Operation Paperclip and learned the Nazi secrets for brainwashing people. Whether we're talking about religion or the food industry or the pharmaceutical industry or sports. And recently I put a post up about how sports is brainwashing people, right? It is a psyop. I mean, that's just facts, right? So somebody came up on my post and said that I'm in an ego trap because I was placing myself on a pedestal. And normally I don't engage with people, but I'm just like so sick of people coming up on my content and putting something that is completely false, you know, just to like they make their own little narrative up about what my post meant. And, you know, they said, oh, I didn't misinterpret your post. And then later down in the feed, they did admit that they obviously misinterpreted my post after I went back and forth with them a little bit. So if you feel like you need to defend yourself sometimes because somebody's just up on your post, like saying something that isn't even true, then don't get upset if you do end up engaging in that type of conversation. But overall, I wouldn't recommend feeding into arguments with people about things, you know, like with different viewpoints, you know. But the reason why I got triggered was because that morning when I woke up, I sat and I said, why did I put that post on Facebook? Was I trying to make myself feel better about myself? And I literally sat in that awareness, right? And, you know, I didn't have that vibe. Like, I was like, oh no, like, I want people to understand that sports is a psyop. If I were brainwashed, I would want somebody to tell me. I decided to defend myself. We went back and forth a little bit, and I normally would not do that. You know, I usually just like sweep the comments under the rug, especially when people are posting and it's literally not true at all. I once had somebody come on my post and say that I was living off whatever shithole state that I live in and that I'm a lazy liberal or something. And I was like, dude, where did you come up with this? It's not true. It's just not true. But for the most part, if someone stops and leaves a negative comment on your content, they are operating out of their ego. They feel like their opinion matters so much that they need to leave it on your content and put you down or to lower your vibe, right? Or to fault find or whatever it is that their intention is behind it. They are trying to lower your vibration to match their vibration. So just, if you can, just let it go, and whatever it triggers within you, whatever emotions the comments trigger within you, sit with that and really process that. That's your opportunity to process and release. Anytime you're triggered is an opportunity to process your emotions properly and release them. But for the most part, just don't engage. Just don't engage with these people because they are miserable. They want you to be miserable. They want to try to suck the life out of you and lower your frequency. So just don't worry about it. Haters gonna hate. You gotta let them just be miserable. Keep putting yourself out there. And if you're getting negative comments on your content, you are in good company. Every celebrity gets negative comments on their content. Doesn't matter how nice or how generous or how whatever they are. People are haters. They're gonna leave negative comments, you know, and you can't please everyone. So keep that in mind when you get negative comments on your content. And if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.